Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to discuss about set in Python. So we will be covering a lot of subtopics, and you can see on my screen that these are the 9 points that we are going to cover today, and the 10th point is obviously the homework. So the first item that we will be covering is what is a set in Python and how is it different from a list, followed by how is a Python set created. Then we will discuss about how to check if an item is present inside a Python set. Then we will also see how to add an item to a Python set, followed by how to find the length of a set and then remove an item from a set using two different methods. One is remove and the second one is discard, and we will also see what is the difference between these two methods. Then we will also study about removing the last item using the pop method. It always removes the random item from the set. Then we will also discuss how to empty a set using the clear method, and finally we will discuss about how to delete the whole set from your Python program using the delete command. Towards the end of this video we will discuss about the homework that you can perform on your own using the set method or the set functionality in Python. So let's get started with this video. So what exactly is a set in Python? A set is basically an unordered collection of items which does not have an index. So if you remember from our list video, list is a ordered collection of items where you also have index for each of the item in a list. Whereas in case of a set, you do not have the index. So you cannot identify a particular item in a set using its index. So this is the major difference between a set and a list. So the next item that we want to cover is how to create a Python set. So let's jump straight into the program and see how you can actually write a program that creates a Python set. So in Python, the sets are represented using the curly brackets. And if you remember, we also use the curly brackets for representing the dictionary, but in case of dictionary we had the key and the value pair. But in case of a set in Python, we just have one thing, which is the item. So we can have item, item 2, item 3 and so on. So all of these are the items of a set because this is enclosed between the two curly brackets, the opening bracket and the closing bracket. So how do you create a new set in Python? Let's jump straight into that. So in this particular example, I'm going to create a sample set. For example, say set1. So set1 is my set variable which has some values of string or character, you can say. So A, B and C. So here I have created a simple Python set named as set1 which has three items A, B and C. So the next thing that we want to perform on our program is to check whether a particular character is present inside our set, which is set1. So for this example, I will try to check whether B is present in our set, which is set1. And if I want to see something on my console, then I have to print this particular statement. And if I execute this program, then you can see that the output says true, which means the B character is present in my set named as set1. Next thing that we want to see is how to add an item to a Python set. So you can add a new item to an existing set, for example set1, by using the function called add. So let's see an example here. So set1 dot add, I can do a D here, and if I print my updated set, I should already see D added there. So if I execute this program, we should see an updated value which is C, D, B and A. So as you can see that our initial set value was A, B and C, but when I add a new item which is D and print the set, then you can see that the order is completely different from what we had initially created, right? So this is the property of set, that it does not maintain its order for the elements that it contains. So the elements can have random order and they do not have a particular index. So that's the main difference between a set and a list. So in this example, we were able to successfully add our new character which is D into our existing set, set1. So let's jump into our next example, which is to find the length of a set. This is going to be similar or almost the same as what we used to do for finding the length of a list, and we can do the print statement just like we used to do for the list. So print len, then the set1. So len function basically finds the length of the item which is inside this function, and the item that we have provided here is a set. And if I execute this program, I should see the length of the set, which is 4, and this is 4 because our initial set had 3 items and then we added a new item D, and hence the total length is 4. The next thing that we want to cover is how to remove an item from a set. So there are two different ways to remove an item from the set. The first way is to use the remove method, and the second way is to use the discard method. So we will go one by one through each of these methods and see what exactly the difference is. So suppose I want to remove the character B from my set, then I can do something like set1 dot remove, and I have to provide the item that I want to remove from this set. And if I now print this set, then I should see the updated set which does not have the item B in it. Let's execute this program, and you can see that the updated set has only D, C and A, and there is no value of B inside it, which means I was successfully able to remove the B character from my set. Now let's see what happens if I try to remove something from the set which does not exist in the set already. So for example, I have already removed B from set 1, and if I try to remove B again, then let's see what happens. So I save this program and execute this again, and you can see that there is an error saying that key error B, which means it is unable to find the item B in the set, and hence it returns an error. Now I will comment this last line, and let's use the other method, which is the discard method, in order to remove an item and see how is it different from the remove method. So I can type set1 dot discard followed by the same element that we already removed. So in this case, we already removed character B from our set, and I'm now trying to remove the character B again, which is not already existing in our set 1, but this time we do not expect an error because the discard method gracefully handles the error. So you can see that there is no error, and if I try to print the updated set, which is set 1, and if I execute this program, then you can see that the output is exactly the same and we did not face any error. So this depends completely on you and your program, that where you want to use remove method and where you want to use the discard method. So if you use the remove method, then you will face errors if you try to remove something which does not already exist in your set. And if you use the discard method, then it will not error out if the item that you want to remove is not present in your set. I hope this is completely clear to you, and if you have any questions so far, type in your comment below and I will try to answer as soon as possible. If you find value in this video so far, then please click the like button and maybe share it with your friends as well. Now jumping on to the next point, which is remove the last item using the pop method. Okay, so there is a catch in this method that if you remember from our list example, we used to have the pop method in order to remove the last item from the list, but in case of a set which is not completely organized or the items are random, in that case if you use the pop method, then it will definitely remove the last item, but then you cannot predict what item is being removed because in a set the items are not ordered, right? If you remember, so in a set you have random items, and if you use the pop method, it will remove the last item, but you cannot predict what item will it remove. So let's see this through an example and see how the output looks like in our console. So in order to execute this, I will do my set name, which is set1 dot pop, and if I do this, and I will also try to print the updated set, which is set1, and let's see what it shows. And you can see that the output says C and D. So it has removed the last item from my set, and in this case the last item was I believe A, because we had already removed B from our set and we just had 3 items, which is A, C and D. And if I have done the pop on my set, then it shows only C and D, which means the character A was the last item and it has removed A from my set. Okay, And let's jump into the next example, which is empty the set using the clear method. So if you want to remove all the items from your set and make it empty, then you can use the method called clear. So let's see how you can write the clear method on your set and clear everything from your set to make it an empty set. So for that you have to write your set name, which is set1, then followed by the clear method set1.clear. Okay, and after this I will also print the updated set in order to see what exactly happens to our set. So if I execute this program, then you can see that it prints set with the brackets and there is no content inside it, which means our variable set1 is now an empty set with no value inside it. And it also shows that our clear function worked properly and it was able to remove all the items from our set in just a single command. Now I will comment this item here so that we don't clear our set for the last example that we wanted to try, which is to delete the whole set using the delete followed by the set name syntax. So in this case, for example, if you do not want to just clear the set, rather you want to delete the set so that it clears out from the Python memory or your computer memory. So you do not want the set to be used further in the program, so you just want to delete it from your program. So in that case, you will use the delete instead of the clear method. So let's see how you can use it. For that you have to type del followed by the set name, which is set1, and it will delete your set. So let's see whether it has actually deleted from your machine or your program. So for that I have to print it and we will see what our console prints. So now you can see that there is an error which says name set1 is not defined. So why this is happening is because we have already deleted our set in row number 24, and then on row number 25 we are trying to print the contents of our set, which is not existing anymore. So this error is completely true because we have already deleted our set and we are trying to print the contents of the same set which is deleted. So as expected, the error is fine and this completes all the 9 points, and we can now jump into our homework. Okay, so as part of your program you have to create a set. The set will have the name of all the members of your family. Okay, so if your family has 5 members, then write down the name of each of the members of your family, and then you have to write a simple logic in order to print true onto your console if your name is present in the set. Okay, so inside a simple if condition you have to print a true or false based on whether your name is present inside the set or not. So this is a really simple example, and I'm giving this simple example so that you just understand how set works. And and if you think that the homework is really simple and you want to try something else as well, you are free to comment on this video and also provide your code here, and I will review it. I will also reply to your comments if you are facing any issue. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, then please click the like button and also share it with your friends. And if you are new to my channel, please click the subscribe button so that you get notified once I upload my next video on Python tutorial for beginners. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for your time. Take care. Bye.